Good evening, everyone. Phil here, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Sunday, the 3rd of November, 2024, a jam-packed return day, so let's get into it. On today's Level 1 podcast, many important and interesting things were discussed, including my upcoming schedule for this week, the debate of whether I should play Dragon Age Veilguard, talking about a brand new goal reward for continuing the support streak all this week, a really unique, interesting restaurant, and I reacted to the most cringe moment in Dragon Age Veilguard. Essentially, someone challenged me and said, if you can watch this moment and react to it and survive it and not be upset, you'll probably enjoy Veilguard. But if you watch it and you're pissed, you probably shouldn't play Veilguard. So I did that live on the podcast today. I'm actually going to split that out as a separate highlight as well for you to enjoy overnight. So check it out. If you liked that previous highlight I did a few days ago, calling out Twitch's CEO, you should definitely enjoy this highlight. Then we jumped into Life is Strange Double Exposure. Now, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. The game has a lot of cringy dialogue. The game has, a lot of, political and cultural agendas that it's pushing. But at the very same time, if you go into it knowing that, because that's really what the first game was too, you're going to like it. And actually, to be honest, 3 hours in, I do like it. It started slow. It reestablished Max's storyline 10 years later, what she's doing in her life, where she is, and what she's up to. Even caught you up on a lot of the events that have happened in her life since then, and the ending of the original Life is Strange game. If you remember, there's 2 endings to that game, and you get to choose the canon ending for your playthrough of the sequel, which is pretty neat. So, I was enjoying it, but I'll be honest, the intro's short, the intro's very long and slow. But I think it's done on purpose because they want to reintroduce you to the character. Then, like almost 2 hours in, some crazy stuff happens, and then the game really picks up and gets more interesting. But then it slows down a little bit again, and I'm confused because after 3 hours playing today, I had a good time. Don't get me wrong. Narrative-based game, building the character development and all the periphery characters and everything. And it's a murder mystery again, just so everyone knows. Just like the first game, it's kind of a murder mystery. But I was scratching my head. Wait a minute. I played for 3 hours. Max hasn't used her powers at all. And that's the whole premise of the first game, is she discovers she has time manipulation powers and, what trouble that leads to and the like. And I was like, why hasn't she used them yet? For what I'm to understand, the game is 8 hours long, but you know me, when I play a game, I take my time. So probably for me, it would be more like 10 hours. I'm enjoying it, but 3 hours in, a third into the game, and still no powers. I hope that they come soon, and I hope that there's that mechanic. But for a good start, it was entertaining. There was some cringe dialogue to make fun of. Just how I used to do these choose-your-own-adventure style Telltale games. I did the same thing, silly commentary and all the like, and people seem to really enjoy it, so I hope that you'll enjoy the playthrough. It should be live as of right now, the first 3 hours, and there's much more coming later this week. Now, tonight's late stream. So, this is the second night of me playing the Call of Duty Black Ops 6 campaign. I'm going to be very honest with all of you. I don't like it. All right? I skipped the campaign last year. I can't even remember if I did the campaign the year before. But these Call of Duty campaigns have fallen off. At one point, they were quite good. They're just not anymore. All right? And so, the first stream of it that I did last week, it was laughable. There was a 10-minute segment and then a 45-minute puzzle and then an hour of stealth. And I was like, this is so fucking silly and boring. And the game crashed multiple times when I was playing it and everything. And I was like, is this really what the campaign is? Why do people like it? I'm very confused. So then tonight, I resumed. Guess what the first mission is? Stealth. It's played like Hitman, where you have 3 optional ways to complete a mission. Don't get detected. No gunplay. Instead, you got to sneak around doing dialogue and stuff. And then after that, after playing that for no exaggeration, around 90 minutes, finally the game gets to some gunplay. And it's so boring. You're going into an area, and every single room, you've already cleared the whole area with stealth. So you already killed a bunch of enemies. Oh, now the game spawned tons of new enemies. Every room has 5 or more enemies in it. Every corner, there's a guy shooting at you. This is so bad. So I played the campaign for an hour tonight. At the end of the hour, my eyes were burning. I was falling asleep. And I said to the audience, guys, I really don't want to play this anymore. I just don't want to force myself to play this game that I know is not good, to me anyway. I'm just not enjoying the campaign. I just want to play the multiplayer. And everyone was like, just do it. So I switched, and I'm not even kidding you. The moment I switched to multiplayer, all of the attentiveness and the interest of the audience went way up. People all of a sudden came out of the woodwork and started supporting the stream. And I want to give a shout out to Darkside Pimp. Darkside Pimp gifted a ton more subs again to the Kick channel, and that helps a lot. And so tonight I finally said, listen, this guy is the #1 contributor to Kick. I gave him the OG badge. He deserved it. So now we have four people who've earned the OG badge. They're calling themselves the 4 Horsemen over on Kick. The first 4 people to ever have it out of 100 who over the years I can gift these out. So, yeah, I think, honestly, the campaign's not that good. Some people were telling me it was really good. I disagree. It just was not entertaining to me at all. I was literally falling asleep. And the moment I started playing multiplayer, it picked up. So what did I do? I was using this new assault rifle. I can't remember what it was called. So we started using that, and you had to do the daily challenges. I had to like kill people who were hit with a decoy and shit like that. After about halfway through the stream, I unlocked the Goblin assault rifle. So I started using it, and after like 2 or 3 matches, I unlocked attachments, and I started kicking ass with this thing. This thing is single shot, you know, semi-auto, not full auto, but I'm like ripping through people from a distance and doing really good. I got some crazy good kill streaks and stuff by the end of the night, and people were pumped and excited. I was like, yeah, this is what Call of Duty's about. Not playing through a campaign that's trying to be like Hitman and stealthy and fucking boring. It's supposed to be playing multiplayer, unlocking, having fun. That's what it's about. So I had a great time tonight. So we continued with the goals tonight. Everything went well. Even though the campaign, I might be done with it because I'm so bored with it, quite frankly. I still had a great time. Okay? Now, tomorrow, Monday, the 4th, is React Day. It's the next to last ever show of DSP versus the Internet. It also might be the last time that we're doing Retro React for a while because we're finishing Silent Hill 1 tomorrow. And I don't know if we want to do another week of it or if we give it a hiatus so we can focus on games. All right? So let's talk. Tomorrow will be a fun level 1 podcast. I'll recap the stuff that happened today. I'll talk about any game news or whatever that's going on. And then it's going to be DSP versus the Internet on DSP Reacts, the next to last episode ever. Okay, so tonight I'm going to make the playlist and everything and get ready for the show. And it should be a good one. I think it's going to be a good show. And then tomorrow night, it's Retro React, the conclusion of Silent Hill 1. So, a big full React day. I'll be honest with you. These are the days that are the hardest to hit the support goals. Why? Because I don't get a lot of attention on this React content. I don't. You know, I'm getting, you know, between 200-300 or more viewers on YouTube and sometimes 50 or more viewers on Kick whenever I'm doing a game. But now when I'm doing this React stuff, the attention just falls off. So, I am nervous that tomorrow, sadly, we're not going to get a good crowd. And it always gets tenuous and close hitting the goals on Mondays for these React days. So let's see how it goes tomorrow. Fingers crossed the streak continues because we're at 49 now, okay? All we need to do is we need to hit, that's not it. We need to hit, that's not it either. Where is it? 49 now. See that? We need to hit 56 for this big reward on Friday, a special awesome restaurant. So let's keep it rolling. Hope you'll come by and hang out with me and support if you can tomorrow. Okay, everyone, please have a good night. Enjoy the gameplay. See you in the AM. Peace out.